Hi, I'm Hayley.
And I'm Kalene.
And this is our project.
Equality is so in.
Our thesis statement is, the use of emphatics such as the intensive so are equally occurring among both genders.
This is because of the political and social equality that is continually progressing in our society, which is reflected in language use. Robin Lakoff's theory of women's language, which is discussed in her article, Language in Women's Place, suggests that women use emphatics like so when talking about their own emotions.
So they'll say, I'm so happy. But then she explains that men will only use these emphatics when they're talking about unemotional things. So they'll say, that sunset is so beautiful.
So to do our project efficiently, we first started recording people in a natural conversational setting. These first conversations focused on just the intensive so, and they supported Lakoff's theory, which states that women use it when it's related to emotions and men use it when it's related to unemotional states or things.
In this first recording that you're going to hear, it's between a girlfriend and a boyfriend talking about an upcoming trip. The man uses the intensive so when he's talking about the event, but when he's talking about his emotions, he does not use the intensive so.
How do you feel about our cruise that's coming up this summer?
I'm excited for it. It's going to be so fun.
In the next recording, you're going to hear a girl talking about her relationship problems, which is extremely personal and extremely emotional. She uses the intensive so, which supports Lakoff's theory that women use it when talking about their feelings.
He's so clingy, I can't even handle it.
We wanted to see if Lakoff's theory would carry over to when we specifically asked people how they're feeling. So we structured questions to open up an opportunity to specifically address their feelings. We asked how they were feeling about finals and if they're excited for summer. When asking these questions, we wanted to see if emphatics occurred and specifically which ones occurred. And we wanted to see if there were differences between the genders or not. How do you feel about finals this year?
I'm not super excited. It's been a tough semester. I can't really focus at home because I have this roommate that's literally...
Are you excited for this summer?
Yeah, I'm really excited. I'm just going to make out with my girlfriend all summer long.
So in these two recordings, you can see that both males used emphatics when talking about their emotions.
So in the first one, the guy said, I'm not super excited, which is about their emotions. And then in the second one, he said, I'm really excited, which is also using emphatics for their emotions, which goes against what Lakoff said.
These next two recordings are of females. We asked them the same questions and got the same results. It's interesting how neither the male or females used the intensive so.
How are you feeling about finals?
I'm pretty nervous about finals, but I always am. However, this semester I have pretty good grades going into it, so I feel like if I just keep an even pace, I'll be good.
All right, and are you excited for this summer?
I'm very excited. I'm moving to Florida a couple weeks after finals and working at Disney World, so I think it's going to be really hot, but I think it's going to be a very fun experience.
How are you feeling about finals week?
I'm pretty nervous about finals week. I feel like it's just a very stressful week for everybody.
The Equal Rights Amendment was introduced in 1923 to guarantee equal rights for all women, but it wasn't passed by Congress until 1972, and even during this time, people were rejecting it to be put into the Constitution. During the 70s, the second wave feminism was going on to fight for more equal rights for all women, no matter class or race. Obviously, this is why Lakoff viewed women's language so differently than men, because men and women had very different power in society. Lakoff's feminine features of her women's language were based off the powerlessness that they had in society. She believed that women would say so because they were too scared to say really or very because they didn't want to make too strong of a statement or commitment. Obviously, we see in our recordings that women aren't scared to use very or really when they're talking about their feelings or when trying to make a statement.
We believe that because of these feminist movements, such as first, second, and third wave feminism, as described in Fudge's article, Everything You Wanted to Know About Feminism, men and women's language is becoming more similar because of the increase in equality between them. The U.S. Department of Labor Statistics shows that in 1963, for every dollar a man was making, a woman was making 59 cents. That has gradually progressed to now, in 2013, for every dollar a man makes, a woman makes 81 cents. As you can see, the equality between men and women is increasing, which is now shown in their language.
William O'Barr and Kim Atkins in 1980 looked at a courtroom testimony and found that speakers' overall social status was a better predictor for the use of emphatics rather than the speaker's gender. In our study, we recorded all CU students that have very similar educational and financial statuses, so that could be why they talk very similar to one another instead of the differences between their gender.
So to conclude, when looking at Lakoff's theory on the surface with just focusing on the intensive so, she proves to be right. But when we dug deeper and looked at other emphatics between men and women's language, we prove her to be wrong.
We believe this is the case because we believe that the differences in language are more to do about the power you have in society and your social standing and less to do about gender. So as women gain more equality in society, the languages are becoming more similar between genders.